Hey Corona, I'm Hannah.
I'm Jack, and this is
cdstv.
Back at it, craftmatic. All I know is mathematics. On the stove, cooking chicken, right rigid gymnastic. Acrobatic with the work, like Houdini, do the magic. Me go break me.
Welcome to the finale of cdstv Season 18.
Thank you for watching this year. Here's our last chance to get content out to you as text before summer. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit longer than usual.
So sit back and relax, and we hope you enjoy, and we'll see you in the fall.
Well, we won't.
Nugs!
If you haven't received your pre-ordered yearbook yet, come to E218 during your lunch hour with your ID to pick it up. There are only about 50 yearbooks left to purchase.
First come, first served. You can pay by card in the bookstore or bring $90 cash. Hurry.
National Honor Society. Our final meeting of the year will be on Wednesday, May 21st in the auditorium. Meetings start 10 minutes into lunch. Seniors will be able to pick up their graduation stools and sweet treats will be provided. If you are unable to attend, please reach out to both Ms. Cratch and Mrs. Zengraff.
Baccalaureate is a small, non-denominational spiritual ceremony to celebrate the graduating class of 2025.
Graduates wear their cap and gown and should arrive at 4:45 and bring the entire family.
The Baccalaureate is on Tuesday, May 27th at 5 p.m. in the auditorium.
The last orchestra concert of the year will be on Monday, May 19th at 7 p.m. in the Corona Auditorium.
Hear music from the hit musical Wicked and from Grammy-nominated artist Chappell Roan. Tickets are $6 and can be purchased at gofan.co.
Congratulations to our band, percussion, and color guard program on their successful year.
Please join us for our Pops concert next Tuesday night, May 20th at 7 p.m. in the auditorium. Tickets are $12 million on goco.fan. Stay tuned for some cdstv original content.
Hey seniors, this Monday starts your Senior Spirit Week. Monday is Dress as Your Younger Self Day. Dress as you would as if you were in elementary school. And Tuesday is Anything But a Backpack Day. Make sure not to bring anything motorized. Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Dress like your grandparents and prepare for the senior fall taking place between 2nd and 3rd hour. And Thursday is Senior Jerseys. Senior breakfast will take place right before your 4th or 5th hour finals. And look out for more information regarding Transportation Day before school. Friday is Walking Yearbook. Wear a white shirt or your senior shirt and bring a Sharpie. My favorite memory from student council is probably senior year bonfire.
Homecoming setup. It was really fun to show up super early and get everything done, and then showing up later at homecoming and being able to party it up and see everything that we did.
And it was really nice because I had friends on student council who were there for years and showing me the ropes. So that was really fun.
Setting up a big fire and seeing it burn. I know it's kind of weird seeing hard work being burnt, but it's almost like relieving knowing that something so special to the school and keeping that tradition alive.
It was my first real moment of appreciation for student council and thinking wow, they actually do all of this.
Just the whole setup process with student council was really special to me, especially because it was our last bonfire, and this year it was extra special because Forbes is last year.
I don't know if it was setting up or takedown for one of the dances, but Forbes, there was a bird. And so he picked it up and started just threatening people with it.
Forbes just makes everything fun.
My favorite part about Forbes is just his drive and his ability to just make students so feel so special.
Mr. Forbes, when you're around him, it's impossible to not have fun.
I love that Forbes can make you feel you can just talk to him, literally about anything.
He really makes his class and his club special for his students. He really tries to make core memories for them and make just their experience in high school perfect and make it fun.
Whether it's CDSTV, student council, it could be school related, it could be home related. He's always there for you.
I know that he makes his classroom feel like a home.
I also want to thank all of the other sponsors like Mr. Thornton, Ms. Runn, Ms. Davis, Ms. Wiley. They've also have done a lot with student council, and I want to thank them for their efforts.
Just how comfortable they make everything, and you can tell that they're they care about the people in it. Ms. Davis, specifically my sophomore year, she was a sponsor, and she there was just some stuff going on and she was just looking out for me.
Don't stand.
Hey Corona, I'm Hannah, and this is your last concert calendar for all of summer.
But I won't go unless I'm the only one you know, and I'm the show. Can't you see, oh baby?
On the 17th, we have Ty Myers at the Van Buren, and on the 20th, we have Khruangbin at the Arizona Financial Theater. On the 27th, we have Kendrick Lamar and SZA at the State Farm Stadium. On the 30th, we have Greer at the Crescent Ballroom. On the 1st is Beach Bunny at the Van Buren, and then on the 7th, we have Ravina also at the Van Buren. On the 6th through the 8th, we have the Phoenix Band Fusion at the Phoenix Convention Center. On the 8th is Tyler Childers at the Talking Stick Amphitheater, and then on the 13th is Ivan Cornejo, also at the Talking Stick Amphitheater. On the 14th is Malcolm Todd at the Van Buren, and then on the 15th is Pierce the Veil at the Talking Stick Amphitheater. On the 16th through the 17th is the Pixies at the Van Buren. On the 21st is Post Malone at the State Farm Stadium, and then on the 22nd through the 23rd is Shakira at the Phoenix Arena. On the 3rd, we have the Driver Era at the Arizona Financial Theater. On the 6th, we have Kesha at the Talking Stick Amphitheater. And then on the 13th is the Goo Goo Dolls and Dashboard Confessional, also at the Arizona Financial Theater. And finally, on the 18th through the 19th, we have Morgan Wallen at the State Farm Stadium. Thank you so much for watching Corona. I'm Hannah, and this is your final concert calendar from me. So hopefully we see you at some of these concerts.
See, oh baby, please, I kinda wanna sleep with you alone. I kinda wanna break up on the phone. I never wanna hear you say goodbye. I don't.
Hello everybody, my name is Cole, and today we're going to be talking about Fantastic Four, the first steps.
As a family.
Fantastic Four First Steps takes place on a parallel Earth set in the 1960s, so it's not actually in the same universe as the rest of the MCU. So it's actually probably going to be one of the more fantastic Marvel multiverse movies. First Steps primarily takes place after the Fantastic Four's origin story, which, if you don't know, is they go to space, get hit with some weird cosmic radiation, and now they can stretch, turn invisible, light themselves on fire, and are a thing, respectively.
Gotta say, it's fantastic.
The movie itself will follow the Fantastic Four, dealing with a fantastically dangerous threat they've never seen the likes of before, Galactus and his herald, the Silver Surfer. Something that's actually kind of fantastic about the tone of the trailers, that they might actually lose, which would make sense leading into Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. Anyway,
we haven't seen someone like the villains actually win, except for like Infinity War.
Since Infinity War, yeah.
Yeah, besides Infinity War, so that'd be pretty fantastic.
My brother. First Step stars Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, a genius scientist and leader of the Fantastic Four who ate the gum who can stretch any part of his body like rubber. Pretty fantastic, right? Vanessa Kirby plays Susan Storm, aka the Invisible Woman, Reed's pregnant wife and Johnny's sister, who can generate force fields and turn invisible. That's why she's called the Invisible Woman. Joseph Quinn is Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch, Sue's brother who can control fire and fly. Evan Mossbach Rock is Ben Grimm, aka the Thing, Reed's best friend, a former astronaut whose skin has been transformed into a layer of orange rock, granting him fantastic superhuman strength and durability. Also my Marvel Rivals main, known as Shaq. We also have Ralph Ineson as Galactus, a gigantic cosmic being who consumes the life force of planets. Not so fantastic for the planets, or the people who live on them.
Not so fantastic for the planets? No, let's stop talking.
Julia Gardner as Shala Ball, aka the Silver Surfer, Galactus' silver-skinned surfer herald, and in case you're wondering, no! This isn't a gender-bent version of the normal Silver Surfer, this is an entirely different character. Fantastic Four is, or really more, was one of Marvel's most fantastic teams of heroes, being more popular than the Avengers back in their day. But now we're in a bit of Fantastic Four renaissance, with them getting a new movie after 10 years and being in Marvel Rivals, people are finally talking about just how fantastic Fantastic Four are. So, whether you're a die-hard Fantastic Four fan, just want to see Pedro Pascal being fantastically elastic, or you're just bored, see Fantastic Four in theaters on July 25th.
Okay. Okay.
And have a fantastic day.
Welcome to your tour of Corona del Sol. It's literally so sleigh here. Come get the lore. This is our breezeway. It connects our big gym and our small gym. Like the vibes are immaculate. This is where we go full main character during basketball games and dances. Very demure if you're just casually hitting a TikTok mid-pep rally. Ugh. Bookstore? You can buy school stuff, pay for your parking spot, and probably pick up a random pencil that costs $8 for no reason. Capitalism? In this economy, still a serve. Library? Choose a moment. Need help with your project? Want to pretend you're mysterious while fake studying? Want to borrow a laptop because yours just said goodbye? Yeah, we got you. Our courtyard hits different. Outdoor lunch under the pavilion or near our iconic sundial statue? Yes, we have lore. Yes, the sundial is probably haunted. Very Ohio energy. We eat there anyway. Auditorium? Elite. Theater, choir, orchestra, percussion, all giving Tony Award energy. You might cry, you might go viral. Either way, it's giving talent. Football field? Certified core memory generator. Student section run by tribe? Say less. You will lose your voice. You will pretend to know the game rules. It's about the vibe. Slay Squad Central. Whether you need help with your attendance, sports, grades, or existential crises, they got your back. Fleming, low-key iconic. Also, there's a pool on the roof. No cap, pinky promise, trust the process. Come to Corona del Sol. Be so real. You won't regret it. Probably.
Dude, are you freaking hyped for Battle Beast?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's talk about Image.
In order to understand why Image Comics was created, you have to go back a bit.
In April 1938, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster created Superman in Action Comics 1. Superman became a massive hit that we all know today, but Siegel and Shuster didn't share in that success.
DC made them sign a contract that gave full copyright control over anything they created to the company.
This is common practice in Marvel and DC Comics. The two companies control anything their writers and artists create, and their creators are left with barely anything for the money they generate.
Siegel and Shuster's families have sued DC multiple times for control over Superman, with Shuster dying in massive debt. Ed Brubaker, creator of The Winter Soldier, was paid more by Marvel Studios from the cameo in the movie than he ever got from creating the character. And just recently, Peter David, who created Spider-Man 2099, started multiple GoFundMes to pay for medical expenses despite his character being featured in a movie that made almost $700 million.
Comic book artists and writers have been seriously underpaid and underrecognized since the beginning, which brings us to 1992.
At the time, writers and artists Todd McFarlane, Rob Liefeld, and Jim Lee had broken sales records with relaunches for Spider-Man, X-Force, and X-Men.
However, the three of them felt undervalued because, as we mentioned, writers and artists do not share in their creation's success. As a result, McFarlane, Liefeld, and Lee recruited Eric Larson, Jim Valentino, Mark Silvestri, and Wilkie Portacino to found Image Comics.
Image's goals were clearly stated in the company's charter. Creators would own their own work, and the company would not interfere with any creator's work.
Image's first comics were Liefeld's Youngblood, followed by McFarlane's Spawn, Larson's Savage Dragon, Lee's Wildcats, Valentino's Shadowhawk, and Silvestri's Cyberforce. They were all massive hits, and Image became the first company to challenge DC and Marvel's dominance since the establishment of the direct market.
Image's success continued as more and more creators wrote for Image. The idea of owning what they created attracted people from big names like Alan Moore and people just starting out like Robert Kirkman. Image is still a massive success today, providing a place for writers and artists to make what they really want to make without editorial interference. Since its founding, Image has published in The Walking Dead, Saga, Kick-Ass, Chew, Bone, East of West, Stray Bullets, 20th Century Men, and so many more.
So that's why you should go out and buy Image Comics from me.
Thanks for watching, Corona.
Peace out.
Hey Corona, I'm Uriah.
I'm Leo.
And welcome to the Sauce Tier List. First sauce we have is ketchup. Let's give it a try.
I mean, it's ketchup.
It's alright. Honestly, I think it tastes good, but it's not like crazy.
Ketchup's a good baseline. It's a classic sauce. You can put it on quite a few different things.
I'll give it like a B.
I'd say B. Good baseline, you know.
The next sauce we have is mustard. Let's give it a shot. Gotta put a good little bit of sauce on there. Tastes odd.
Yeah, no, this is definitely not meant for chicken nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's not like it's revolting.
You can tell it's meant for other things. I think it may be C tier.
C tier.
I think so.
The next sauce we have is ranch. Let's try it out. It's actually better than I thought.
Yeah, wait, weirdly, I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's not bad. That's strange. Usually you wouldn't imagine putting ranch on like things like this.
Oh, I don't know.
It's not crazy, but I do like it. I'll put it at a B.
I think B is a good tier for me, yeah.
The next sauce we have is barbecue sauce. Let's try it. Oh my god. That's good barbecue sauce.
It actually is. It's really good.
S. Immediate S. No
First
debate.
S tier. That's, oh my goodness.
The next sauce we have is honey. Let's try it. Oh my god. Leo, you're a madman.
Oh my god.
It's not bad.
I can barely taste it.
It just adds like a tiny bit of sweetness to it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say that's like D tier.
It just doesn't fit at all.
Not a good pair. Anyways, let's move on. Our next contestant is sweet Vidalia onion sauce. Let's try it out. That's really good. I was expecting it to taste like more sweet, but it's actually like it's very tangy and like
it's an elevated version of barbecue sauce. It gives it like an extra punch that I really like.
It's really good. Honestly, I'm gonna put this at A tier.
I think this is a good A. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a perfect A tier.
For the next sauce, we have mayo chup. Let's try it. Oh my, yeah, you get a bunch. It's not bad. I mean, it's not false advertising. It is mayo and ketchup. It's like not my first pick, you know?
I'm pleasantly surprised, but
I'm gonna have to say that it's like an honest C.
I think, yeah, it's not a bad sauce, but it's not something I'm gonna actively choose.
Yeah. For our final contestant, we have Guy Fieri's Flavortown Top Secret Sauce. Let's try it out. That is amazing.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to say this is a S. Perfect.
100% an S. He just took me straight to Flavortown.
I can see like myself putting this on burgers and stuff. This is good.
Oh,
like
this would be good on so many things. Oh my gosh.
I'm surprised. All right.
Guy Fieri's bringing the heat.
Real. Well, that's all we have for you, Corona. I'm Uriah.
I'm Leo.
And this was our official sauce tier list.
Bye, Corona.
Bye, Corona.
Hey Corona, I'm Cole, and today we're going to be talking about the live-action adaptation of Lilo and Stitch.
Hey, you forgot your sunscreen!
Wait, what?! Lilo and Stitch is the exact same movie as it was in 2002. I'm slowly drifting away. Hi. If you haven't seen it for some reason, I'll go over it for you. Lilo and Stitch is about a girl named Lilo and a little alien named Stitch. He's from space. He's with an alien. Stitch crashes onto the island of Hawaii, where Lilo and Stitch, that's the name of the movie, learn the meaning of family.
Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten.
The movie stars, a lot of these names are like, I'm white, I'm not gonna try and say them. So, well, I'll put their name up on the screen and you can read them if you want. Anyway, the movie stars Maya Aloha as Lilo, Chris Sanders as Stitch, the original voice actor and creator of the character of Stitch in 2007, and Sydney Elizabeth Agudon as Nani, Lilo's older sister. Wait, help me, wait, help me. Zach Galifianakis as Dr. Jumba, the guy who created Stitch. Am I still in frame? Who knows?
Yeah.
And Billy Magnuson as Agent Pleakley, the gay one. Although he's not gay in the movie anymore. An agent of the United Galactic Federation and an expert on Earth. Whether or not this is another live-action remake to pad Uncle Disney's wallet with more Stitch plushie money. or it's actually a faithful remake of the original film. This movie is already coming out. So whether you're a die-hard Stitch fan, want to see another potential Disney remake bomb at the box office, or you're just bored, see Lilo and Stitch. When does it come out?
On theaters, May 23rd.
In theaters on May 23rd. Thanks for watching.
Get ready to celebrate.
Join us Thursday, May 22nd at 7 a.m. on the practice fields for the Senior Breakfast and Superlatives Awards. There will be food, games, and good vibes for all seniors.
Be there early. It's mandatory before second hour.
There's one last thing we ask of you before graduation ceremony, the rehearsal.
Graduation practice is Thursday, May 29th at 7:30 a.m. All seniors must report to their assigned classroom on time. Check the front office columns or gym breezeway for your room.
Bring water and sunscreen. We're almost there.
Senior finals are early this year. Thursday, May 22nd, exams for periods 4 or 5 and 6 and 7. Friday, May 23rd, exams for periods 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, it's kind of backwards. Pay attention and don't miss your test.
Do you have a love for magic, a knack for comedy, and a desire to be a part of a wildly hilarious adventure? Then we want you to audition for Puffs.
Join us for a spellbinding comedy that follows the unforgettable and often overlooked Puffs as they navigate 7 increasingly eventful years at a certain school of magic, full of laughs, heart, and more than a few unexpected plot twists. This show will have you spellbound from start to finish.
Auditions for TheaterWorks' first main stage play at 25-26 school year are happening next week. Whether you're a seasoned performer or a newbie looking to try your hand at wizardry, Puffs welcomes all actors ready to bring their magic to the stage.
We need energetic, funny, and adventurous souls to bring these beloved characters to life. Detailed audition information is available at cdsttheaterworks.com.
Check it out and then join us on Tuesday, May 20th in 245 and C184, the Little Theater, for auditions.
Rio Salado Dual Enrollment Tuition Scholarship has opened. If you are planning on taking dual enrollment next year, check out the scholarship information on the dual enrollment website to see if you qualify for available scholarships. It is first come, first served basis, so do not wait. Current juniors, class of 2026, you need to take your senior portraits for the yearbook this summer with Southwest Portraits. Be on the lookout for a mailer after June 1st or call the studio and make an appointment.
All senior portraits for the yearbook must be taken by Southwest Portraits. No other photographers are accepted.
Looking for a great way to get involved on campus? Join Corona Crew. They are looking for members that want to grow in their leadership, teamwork, and school connections.
They run events like Camp Corona, Candy and Creme, and much more. If you're interested, please scan the QR code and reach out to Ms. Padilla if you have any questions.
Now let's check the weekend weather forecast.
Hi, what do you want?
I'm bored. What are you doing?
I'm studying for finals.
Okay, make sure you study for the weather final.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. Wait, can you quiz me really quick?
Okay, what's the weather on Friday?
Okay, Friday will be sunny with a low of 67 and a high of 94.
What about Saturday?
Saturday will be sunny, low of 67, high of 93.
And Sunday?
Okay, and Sunday will be sunny, low of 69, high of 90.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Okay, thanks.
I'm gonna keep studying.
Okay, bye.
Hello everybody, my name is Cole, and today we're going to be talking about Jurassic World Rebirth. Jurassic World Rebirth is the 7th? There are 7 of these movies? 7th entry in the Jurassic Park franchise, and the standalone sequel to 2022's Jurassic World Dominion. So hopefully we're finally free of Chris Pratt's weird hand thing that he kept doing, So if you didn't see or didn't want to see Jurassic World Dominion, here's a quick little recap of what happened. There are dinosaurs now. Not in a theme park, not on an island. They're just here, in the real world. Jurassic World Rebirth takes place 5 years later. The Earth's environment has proven mostly inhospitable to the dinosaurs. The surviving creatures now live in remote tropical locations, basically like the islands they all lived on during the past 5 movies. Zora Bennett, not played by Chris Pratt,
A covert operative is recruited by a pharmaceutical company to collaborate with paleontologist Dr. Henry Loomis, also not played by Chris Pratt, and their team leader Duncan Kincaid, also not played by Chris Pratt. Their objective is to infiltrate a mysterious island, once the site of the original research facility for Jurassic Park, and locate the 3 largest remaining prehistoric species from land, sea, and air. The DNA of these creatures holds the key to a drug capable of saving countless lives. Along the way, the team encounters a civilian family who survived a shipwreck after an attack by marauding aquatic animals, and both groups find themselves stranded. They discover that the island is home to mutated, failed dinosaur experiments that have thrived in isolation for decades. Hello, birds. Hello. Dinosaurs? Fun fact, did you know that birds are dinosaurs? You do now. Rebirth stars Scarlett Johansson as Zora Bennett, a covert ops expert. Marja Ali as Duncan Kincaid, her team leader. So this is what he's been doing instead of playing Blade in the MCU. And Jonathan Bailey is Dr. Henry Loomis, a paleontologist who apparently has something to do with Dr. Alan Grant. And if you didn't know, he's this guy from Jurassic Parks 1, 3, and 6. If you're wondering why there's another Jurassic World movie, just 3 years after it was supposedly the final one, which really wasn't good and felt more like a nostalgia cash grab like the last 2, you're not alone. But I'm not with you. I'm actually really excited for this movie, and I liked the last 3. They're all actually really good. They have a special place in my heart. Supposedly, Rebirth is going to take the series back to the original tone of the Jurassic Park. What that means, I have no idea. But I'm looking forward to it, and so should you. So, whether you're a die-hard Jurassic World fan, just want to see dinosaurs run around and eat people for God knows how long this movie is going to be, or you're just bored, see Jurassic World Rebirth in theaters July 2nd. Thanks for watching.
These engineering students from across different campuses put their skills to the ultimate test, on water, armed with nothing but duct tape and cardboard.
So what's really special about it is it's a chance for an actual academic class to collaborate and have an event with others. So, we're used to having sports teams and clubs that will compete, but this is a chance to get an actual class out here and to compete and meet students with other campuses. First, their curriculum is to learn the engineering design process, where they come up with a problem, research solutions, prototype it, come up with a design and test their design. And what's really different about this is they get to take it out into the field and test it in a real world environment of getting it into a pool. It's something more special than just being in the classroom. You get to come out and see industry professionals that judge their projects. It really takes their work to another level.
Yeah, so when they were bringing our boats over here from Corona, ours flew out of the back of the truck and onto the road. Those ones, literally everything just came off.
So one thing I tell kids that life after high school is when things really get difficult. And so the beauty of the engineering design process in this class is to be able to break down problems into smaller parts and come up with solutions and have the tenacity to really get through to the end. So Newton's laws and buoyancy formulas and Archimedes principles. So it's hitting all kinds of standards all in one particular project. Sure, I have a saying, it's mistakes should lead us to success and not to sorrow. In the realm of engineering, you really can't get to a level of success without experiencing failure along the way. They've experienced failures throughout their projects in class and get to see those come to fruition in success. So today, it's a little disappointing if they capsize in the pool, but hopefully they have built that resilience in the classroom so that they're not too downtrodden by it. They got out here, they got the boat in the water, they had a good time, and they got to see the results of their work. I just think to see something made out of cardboard and duct tape, and they are able to paddle it from one side to the other, the kids are all cheering their friends on, it's just a great time all overall.
At the end of the late 90s, one of the defining events that comes to mind are the deaths of Tupac and Biggie, who are some of the greatest rappers of the genre. Well, what if I told you there was another person who died around the same time as the other two, who was on the path to be better than both of them and one of the greatest of all time? So, let's talk about Big L, Harlem's lyrical prodigy.
Rap New York rules. I sport Jews and extort crews. Don't get me pissed. I got a short fuse. I go berserk when I put in work or do dirt jerks. So stay alert, no smoke, cause these knuckles hurt.
Born Lamont Coleman in 1974, Big L grew up in the heart of Harlem. By the early 90s, he was already turning heads with his razor-sharp lyricism and gritty storytelling. In 1993, Nubian Productions hosted a mature freestyle tournament, with Big L winning the contest out of over 2,000 participants. This then led him to sign with Columbia Records and join the group DITC, which housed many famous members like Laura Finesse, Fat Joe, and DJ Premier. Later that year, Big L also went on to start his own group called Children of the Corn, which is where legendary rappers Cam'ron and Maze got their starts. For the next 2 years, he worked with a lot of different artists, appeared on some albums, but most importantly, in March of 1995, released his debut album, Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous. His wordplay? Untouchable. His flow? Flawless.
So one of my shows wouldn't be clever to miss. I'm leaving competitors pissed. To tell you the truth, it gets no better than this. I'm catching wreck to the break of dawn. In this song, yo, it's a must that I put it on.
And while at the time it wasn't a massive commercial success, it left an enormous impact on the underground hip-hop scene and created cult classic tracks like Put It On and No Ends, No Skins. He went on to begin working on his second studio album, The Big Picture, and released a single from it, Ebonics, in '98, where The Source ranked it as one of the top 5 singles from the year. This song caught the eye of Damon Dash, the CEO of the Rockefeller record label, the same one as the legendary Jay-Z. Dash then offered Big L to sign to Rockefeller, but L wanted his crew to sign as well. So, on February 8, 1999, they started the process of signing to the record label. However, only 1 week later, tragedy struck. On February 15, 1999, at the age of only 24, Lamont Coleman was shot 9 times in a drive-by shooting and was pronounced dead on the scene. It was later learned that he was killed by his own childhood friend, Gerard Woodley, who ironically appears on the back of his first album. So many artists such as Mac Miller, Nas, A$AP Rocky have come out and voiced how much of an impact Big L has had on their own styles and the rap game as a whole, despite his short life and short discography. There is no telling what he would have become if he signed that record deal, with many believing he would likely become the best of all time. Nas, who has been hailed as one of the best rappers of all time, has come out saying Big L was the only rapper he ever truly feared.
He scared me to death. Yo, when I heard that on tape, I was scared to death. It's no way I could compete. If this is what I gotta compete with, I said it's no way.
Big L's legacy lives on through his music and the artists he inspired. He remains a symbol of unrealized potential and a reminder of how fleeting greatness can be. Hip-hop is full of so many legends, but Big L, he's the genre's greatest what if. Rest in peace, Lamont Coleman. The world still listens.
So many emails done.
Hi, Corona. Welcome. What? Hi, hey everybody. Today we're going to be talking about Superman. Okay. Whoop! Superman follows the titular superhero as he reconciles his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing as Clark Kent, the embodiment of truth, justice, and the human way, in a world that views that as old-fashioned. But really, this is going to be a movie about Superman, focusing on the classic part of the character instead of trying to reinvent what Superman is. I'm looking at you, Man of Steel. You'll have Clark Kent and Lois Lane's classic love story, your Superman and Lex Luthor rivalry, and for good measure, throw in Crypto, the dog. Throw in Crypto, Green Lantern, and a bunch of other DC heroes no one's ever heard of, like Metamorpho, Hawkgirl, and my personal favorite, Mr. Terrific. He's actually really cool.
There's a lot of speed bumps over here.
Oh. Superman stars David Cornsweet as Clark Kent, aka Superman, Rachel Borswausen as Lois Lane, Nicholas Holswalt as Lex Luthor, Holwalt, Eddie Gathegi as Michael Holt, aka Mr. Terrific, Anthony Carrigan as Rex Mason, aka Metamorpho, Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, aka Green Lantern, and Isabella Merced as Hawkgirl. She doesn't have a secret identity, she's just Hawkgirl.
Is it Hot Girl or
Hawkgirl.
Hawktua?
Something I'm actually really excited about is James Gunn leaning into the being more hopeful, optimistic version of Superman that we've been missing. I mean, we haven't really gotten to see that yet, that he's like the symbol of hope, justice, in the American way. Whoa! If you haven't heard, Superman is going to be the kickoff of the brand new DCU, DC Cinematic Universe. It's being led by James Gunn, and hopefully it turns out being better than the last time DC tried to make an interconnected cinematic universe. Yeah.
What about you? I actually was a real big fan of the live-action Green Lantern movie.
You liked the live-action Green Lantern?
No.
So, whether you're a die-hard Superman fan, want to see the potential of an actually good Superman movie for once, or you're just bored, see Superman in theaters July 11th. Thanks for watching!
You're ugly. Aww.
Agarusan, naniu shaichirun dezuko. 20 butatanoni moro memo okubachi nai.
Esida. Saint. Juji no Jikanda. Memão Utorou. Minna Hikai de Kinda. Seit. Kori de Nagari Gakawata. Sored. Sonoaidani. Iachishata. Unão.
Nanidachi.
Nanimo. Tada no Memo. Memo. Yoshin. Juji. Matashita.
She say I'm down on my luck, and the summer I gotta have blue faces. I hit the bank today and told them color me back. Blue faces.
Who am I here with?
Ramsey.
What is your favorite underrated shoe?
I want to go with Uggs. Big Uggs fan. Huge Uggs fan. Love Uggs.
Why are they your favorite?
You know, just something about like just how they look. You know, just I don't know. I don't see enough people wearing them. You know what I mean? I need to see more Uggs. A big Uggs person.
Who am I here with?
Kai Quinn.
What's your favorite underrated shoe?
Probably a brand called World Industry. Yeah.
Why do you choose that?
I mean, well, I skate and they're like skating shoes. So I have a pair, they're pretty comfortable.
Who am I here with?
Rowan.
What's your favorite underrated shoe?
I like Adidas sneakers.
Like these, the Sambas?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, why do you choose that?
Because I like the way they look. I've always liked the way they look. You know, statement shoe. It's a statement shoe. So.
Vapor Max, the Shocks.
Why do you choose that?
Because they real nice cushion. They got the bubbles on the bottom, and as you take a step, it feels real nice on your feet. And they come in many colors.
boots, but like not like those like simple white ones, like actual cowboy boots, because they're really fun to like go swing dancing in, and they're really good for like hard work as well. Like if you actually like love gardening or like something like that, you can get them dirty and you don't have to worry about it.
Honestly, Skechers.
Skechers, why Skechers?
Some of their running shoes are really good and like they're really comfy. I don't ever wear them, but they're pretty comfy.
Personally, I like Uggs. Uggs are just comfortable, they look good with everything, and you can wear them whenever.
I'm gonna have to go with Crocs.
Crocs, why Crocs?
Because they're convertible and you can slip them into sports mode.
Who am I here with?
Breon Adams.
What's your favorite underrated shoe?
My favorite underrated shoe would have to be some Rick Owens, you know.
Why do you choose that?
Because like they're unique and like people think they look like Converse, but they're really not, you know.
Hi everybody, my name is Cole, and today we're going to be talking about the live-action adaptation of How to Train Your Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon is the exact same movie as it was from 2010, but in case you haven't seen it, here's what it's about. How to Train Your Dragon takes place on the island of Berk, where Vikings and dragons have been bitter enemies for generations. Hiccup, Horrendous Haddock III, the inventive yet overlooked son of Chief Stoic the Vast, defies centuries of traditional dragon fighting practices when he befriends Toothless, a feared Night Fury dragon. Their unlikely bond reveals the true nature of dragons, challenging the very foundations of Viking society. How to Train Your Dragon stars Mason Thames as Hiccup, Nico Parker as Astrid Hofferson, Hiccup's love interest and fellow student in dragon fighting training. And reprising his role from the animated film is Gerard Butler as Stoic the Vast, the chieftain of Berk and Hiccup's father. Now it's time for the question on everyone's mind when a live-action remake of an animated movie comes out. Why? There already exists a perfectly good movie, why remake it? One reason and one reason alone: money. But if you want to listen to cynical answer, this movie is going to make a whole new generation of fans. And I for one know I'm going to enjoy this movie, even though the original is better. So whether you're a diehard How to Train Your Dragon fan, just want to see another live-action remake bomb at the box office, or you're just bored, see How to Train Your Dragon in theaters on June 13th. Thanks for watching.
Where'd my blower go?
Damn baddie. BBL baddie.
Chase, where are we? Crystal, where are we?
We're in Seattle!
Yeah, my name's Trey, I'm a point guard, I got a shoe game. Wait, my name's Trey, I got a basketball game tomorrow.
I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah. Describe our friend group. Do that again. Wow.
Everyone get ready.
Where are we?
The airport.
What are we doing?
Sitting.
Why?
TSA.
Uriah, where are we? Seattle.
Speaking of tickets, tickets are on sale right now for $25. If you don't get them now, they'll rise till $30. You can get your tickets right here at GoFando. GoFando? What the f?
I'm Zion Miller, and this was cdstv.
Well, that's all we have for this year. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Jack, and this was
Season 18!